Hey guys, it's Heath Manning of Manning Cues. In this video I'm going to be discussing a skid shot with a rollout, or a roll in, depending on which way you're shooting. Say that you're hooked like this on, say, the 8-ball, okay? Basically these 3 balls are pretty much in line. What we want to do here is we want to figure out where our skid zone would be, okay? There's many ways to shoot this shot. You can play a massé shot and come way up here and aim around the ball and shoot that 8-ball. Okay, you can go like that. Another thing that you can do is what this video is on, and it's basically just on the skid zone, and coming out of the skid zone with spin. So for this shot, what I'm going to do is going to measure the distance between the ball blocking me is the 2-ball and my cue ball. So if you haven't watched my stop shot video, watch that first, because this will explain how the distance reflects your Q-tip on the cue ball, the location where you hit the cue ball with the Q-tip. So right now I am basically 3 diamonds, say 3 diamonds away from my object ball. We know from my other video that that's going to be 2 tips of English below. So if it's 2 tips of English below, that means that my cue ball would, if I were shooting the 2, I would hit the 2 in a skid and I would stop. But in fact I'm shooting the 8. So I want to skid past the 2 and then roll to the right. So because I want to roll past the 2, instead of 2 tips down, I'm going to go 2 1/4 tips down. That'll get me for sure past the 2-ball when I hit it. Okay, I'll skid, I'll have 2 1/4 tips of backspin for this length, and then when I go past the 2-ball, the cue ball will just be skidding. No forward or backspin. So if I were to do that, I would aim 2 1/4 tips down, because I've measured that, and now I'd aim to the outside edge of the 2. I don't want to hit the 2. And then I'm going to put left English on my cue ball. Why the left English? The left English because my cue ball is going to come just past the outside of the 2. The left English, when I come out of the skid, the left English will shoot over just a little bit, changing my angle into the 8 of where the cue ball naturally rolls. Without hitting anything, it'll just curve in towards the 8. Now, on this shot, you want to have a little bit of a downward angle, okay? You don't want to be way up here. You just want to have a little bit of a downward angle. So we're going to set up 2 1/4 down, tip or 2 to the left. It will vary with your tip and your stroke. A little bit of angle, and stroke the shot. Okay, now I didn't get as much spin transfer as I wanted, so I'm going to shoot that one more time. Just a bad hit. And you have to hit just a touch harder than that. Okay, so I still got my same distance. Still got my same location, just outside the 2-ball. Aiming down through. And that time, it curved around. So that shot can be very useful in many different scenarios in the game. You just have to measure where your skid's going to be. Because you saw that just as it came around the 2, it came out of the skid and then went to the left just a little bit. And it sunk my ball, won me the game. Remember that you want to have a little bit of a downward angle. And I'm not hitting the top of the cue ball. This isn't considered a massé shot. This is just bottom of the cue ball, left side. You measure your distance to determine how far you place the Q-tip down on the cue ball, because you want to go by that 2 in a skid, and right in to the 8-ball in the corner pocket. So we can do it one more time. Bottom of the cue ball, follow through with the stroke, and it curves right around that 2 in the pocket. I'm Heath Manning of Manning Cues. If you have any questions about the video, please let me know. Comments. If you want to see any other videos, please also let me know. You can send me a message. And if you guys need any equipment or you'd like to send me a message through my website, you can do so at www.manningcues.com. Thanks, guys.